I have a first impression for you guys. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to subscribe because I do them pretty often, although I am doing a different type of first impression than I normally do today, but I hope to do more of these in the future. This is the new Wet n Wild Sponge Beauty Blender, whatever you want to call it. It is called just simply the Wet n Wild Makeup Sponge. Not tested on animals, vegan. It says, this Holy Grail blending sponge flawlessly applies makeup for a professional looking finish. Provides a streak-free, effortless application. Designed with a unique hydrophilic, sounds like, well, it comes from the roots hydro, which is water, and phil or philia, which is love. So it loves water, which tells me that it's probably going to soak up water really well. Maybe it'll be one of the ones that gets really big. We'll find out. Material to ensure less product waste. Can be used wet or dry. So I think the little bunny that they put on the package is really cute too. They've also come out with some mini sponges, but I didn't get those because I just don't use those kinds of things. So first I'm going to pull it out of the packaging. Ooh. Okay, a lot of a lot of makeup sponges you get.
Yeah, here, I'll hold it. No,
oh no, that's fine. I just gotta set it there so that I know what to put on the computer. You can throw this away though. A lot of makeup sponges you get now are, they get really stiff, but this is actually, I don't know if you can tell, but it's really soft and it feels really like bouncy, like you're not hitting yourself in the face with a rock. So I think this is going to be a good one. I also really like that it has the Wet n Wild right there because I have so many different sponges, and especially since some of them are pink, it's easy to forget which one's which when you're doing an empty. So I love that they tell you that right there. I know it's a simple thing, but it makes me happy. So first thing is, when I test something new like this, I use products that I'm very familiar with. I already know how they work, how they respond. So if they do it differently, I know. I try to do my testing of products in as much of a scientific manner as possible. Controlled manner. So that being said, I have my favorite primer, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. My favorite, my most used, etc., etc. This is what I use for photo shoots and stuff, so I thoroughly love and trust this primer.
You liked it even before you did a lot of shoots with me, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's been my favorite for a while. And the same thing about the foundation I'll be using, which is the Urban Decay Naked Skin foundation. You can see I've used a lot of this. And considering how many foundations I have, and how often I'm testing stuff, and how many days I just don't wear foundation, the fact that I've used so much of this says something. Mine is in the shade 1.0. So before I get into that though, I'm going to wet my sponge because that's how I use them. Oh yeah. Okay. So hydrophilic, I was right. This thing is getting quite large. I don't think it's going to get quite to the point of the Sonia Kashuk sponges. I don't think. But it's very soft and it's definitely getting a pretty good size. So I have wet it, I have wrung it out, and now it is this size. Can you actually hand me that piece of plastic that I had you throw away? So it fit into this piece of plastic before, obviously, and here is a size comparison, if that helps.
It's a good 25% growth.
Yeah, so it got a lot bigger. We'll see how this works. This is a foundation that needs shaking, as you can hear. And I'm just going to start off with one pump because that's what I usually use. And I know I may not necessarily put on my makeup the way everybody else does, but it's my face, it's my makeup, and this is the way that works for me, so. I like this sponge a lot. This is going to be a new favorite for me, and I am highly recommending it. I know it has the flat edge and the pointy edge that a lot of people like. I just like using the round part myself. But, like I said, my face, my makeup, my method. What?
I love you.
I love you too. Okay, what do you think? I think it's applying very well.
Yeah. Has that same texture that a lot of them do about.
Yeah, I really like this sponge. I highly recommend it. And I'm not even through. This is a great sponge. I don't remember how much it cost, but I'll have the link down in the description. I know it wasn't much. It was like $30 maybe? I'm probably wrong. Don't quote me.
You know, this might just be pseudoscientific or whatever, but thinking about it from perspective of someone who used to paint a lot of models and stuff, it looks like the way that texture is and how it's imprinted from the blender, like it would make it easier to apply makeup on top of it. Like it would stick better, you know?
Possibly.
But it could just be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can see, there's how my foundation applied. I think it applied very well, very smoothly. The other sponges I really like to give you a comparison are the Flower Beauty one, the Sonia Kashuk, the Beauty Blender, which I'm kind of getting more away from, and the L'Oreal. I also really like the Real Techniques, but I quit buying them because they were just falling apart too quickly. So I'll have to see how quickly this falls apart, but just on first use, I love it. It's a great texture, it applies well, my foundation looks really well when I use it, so I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Questions, comments, opinions, I love discussing this stuff down with you guys in the comments. Do you have other sponges besides the ones I already mentioned that I might like? I love trying new ones. One of the ones on my radar that I haven't had the opportunity to purchase yet, because it's not cheap, is the Fenty one, but so there's that. But yeah, this is great. This is going to be a new favorite for me. Like I said, any other ones you suggest or you just want me to try out, let me know. Love trying this stuff for you guys. Otherwise, like I said in the beginning, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.